Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to talk about something that people have been asking about, and we have clients that have an issue with it, and it's that nasty S word called spam. So we talked about spam in one of my earlier videos, but I'm going to expound on it a little bit more. In fact, I have 10 ways that to not get rid of spam, but to actually reduce it. Spam is one of those things that we're probably going to have to deal with as long as we're on the internet. So being able to reduce it is going to help out a lot if that's an issue that you've been having. So the first way that you can help reduce spam is to actually use a spam filter. And in fact, most of the service providers are going to have a spam filter built in. But you can also get a third-party spam filter that has other features. And I'm not going to go in depth in what it does because that'll be a whole nother video. But make sure that you turn on your spam filter, and that's a good way to start eliminating or reducing the amount of spam that you got coming into your inbox. Next, you want to mark emails that are getting into your inbox that you know are spam, mark them as spam. That way the system picks up on what's going on. It's going to remember this, and it's going to make sure that it starts putting those in spam filters as you continue to use that particular email address. So make sure that you're marking spam as spam so that it can move that for you. Number 3, go ahead and unsubscribe from the emails that you don't want. A lot of people complain about emails coming in that are spam, and they'll just delete it and they keep coming back. Take the extra measure and go ahead and unsubscribe from those emails, and that way you can reduce that spam from coming in. Next, don't publicly use your email everywhere that you go. I know I've been to a lot of different places where you go and sign in and they want your email address so that they can start sending you emails, and people will put down their main email address, and then when they get ready to sign up for different things, they'll put down their main email. And over the course of 3-4 years or even longer, you've given your main email out to so many different sources that now you got spam coming from everywhere you look, and you don't even remember signing up for these things, but you actually did it by publicly putting your email address in different places. So don't use your main email address when you're signing up for different things. Which goes into my next point. Use a secondary email address. I know my wife is good for this. Anytime we go somewhere and they say, make sure that you put your email address in, we're getting ready to check out, she has an email address just for that. When it comes to things where she's looking to get coupons, she has another email address just for that. So she has numerous emails that she likes to use depending on the situation. Never is she putting in her main email address when it comes to things that she knows people are going to be using just to spam her. So make sure that you have different email addresses for different situations. Next one's really important. If you know spam is coming to your inbox, don't engage with it. Oftentimes we get emails that come in, and we want to let the sender know not to send us the emails again. So we'll, send a reply, don't email again, or don't do that. If they don't have an unsubscribe button, you may just want to delete it or mark it as spam, do whatever you can do, but don't engage with it, because when you engage, a lot of times what they're doing is they want to see if it's actually an active email address. And if they find out that you've engaged and they know that it's active, you're going to continue to get spam from that particular email address. So don't even engage with them. Next, this one is a little bit more advanced, but you want to disable your auto loading images in your email. What they have in there is what we call tracking pixels. So you're going to open up an email address, and what they're doing is, if it's spam and you've opened it up, those tracking pixels lets the spammer know there's an active email address once again. And what they're going to do is continue to send you emails because they know it's active, because you opened the email and the pixels started populating. So make sure that you turn that on in your email. You go into the settings and you're able to set that up, and that way you can eliminate or reduce the amount of spam that you're getting. The next one is also pretty advanced, and I wouldn't say it's advanced. It's two-factor authentication. And that's more of a security issue. My son actually works in cybersecurity, and that's one of the things he always emphasizes, that we use two-factor authentication, because it's just a secondary layer to let everything know that you are who you say that you are. And what spammers are doing is they're finding ways to get in so that they can start spamming you. But if you set up your two-factor authentication, then it's going to be harder for them to get in so that they can start spamming you. And once again, that's bigger than just getting spam. That's a security measure. So any place that you can set up two-factor authentication, make sure that you're doing that. Next, set up strong filters and rules. This is another more advanced measure for getting rid or reducing spam. And what that's going to do is when you set up these filters and rules, it's going to go ahead and send certain emails based on keywords or certain phrases, send them to certain places that you preset. What it can also do is eliminate or mark certain things as spam based on keywords and phrases. So that's one of those advanced settings that we can go into at a later date, but make sure that you're setting up strong filters and rules if you know how to do that. And last but not least, you want to make sure that your email address is good. And if you can, just get an entirely different email address. If the one that you're using is just out of control, spam is coming in from everywhere. If you can, if it's not too much of a hassle, just get rid of that email address and start over from scratch. So those are 10 ways that we can reduce the amount of spam that we have coming into our inbox. I hope this information helps. If you have any other tips on reducing or getting rid of spam, make sure that you leave them in the comments. And please make sure that you're liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say about this. And until next time, take care.